So Liz, tell us about yourself.
Sorry, can we start again?
So Liz, like, when did you get into New York?
So we arrived from London to New York on Thursday, I think, and we spent a few days in New York, see all the sights, ate a lot, and the bagels were amazing.
Yes, yes. Did you have one of the rainbow bagels?
I did, and I had a Nick's bagel.
So good.
Nick's bagel
so
was blue
good.
and yellow, so that was cool. And then we came over to Queens on Sunday evening, and then we've obviously been here for the next few days, so
Nice.
it's been great.
Nice.
It's been really good. Yeah.
How did you get involved with Westminster?
Through Janice.
Through Janice.
Through Janice, I did. Westminster is through Janice.
Yes.
I've never been before.
Same.
So I'm probably one of the few who's ever won Westminster who's never even set foot on the show. But we obviously came this year and it's just been amazing. Yeah, she's been really good, and it's so different to what we're used to in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, it's so well organised, it's incredible. Yeah, we love it. We love it. And the weather's better than we have in the UK.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to pause you for just a second. You got like hair right in your eye.
Oh no.
So tell us about your journey with PBGVs. How did that all get started?
Okay, so when I met my husband, or now husband, he was someone I was seeing at the time. He knew Gavin and Sarah Robertson of Soul Trader fame around the world, and I kind of fell into it from them. They asked me if I wanted to show a Petit bitch for them as a puppy at Crofts, and she's now on my sofa as a nearly 9-year-old house pet. And then it just steamrolled from there. They were so generous in giving me dogs to show, and I was one of the first owners on Buddy as a puppy, showed him as a puppy, and then I just stayed on him until today, and yeah, the rest is history. It's been amazing.
So
They've
cool.
been incredible. I've been so lucky.
Awesome.
So lucky.
So have you had any PBGV litters yourself?
Yes, so I recently became part of Soul Trader Kennel last year in June. I remember the video call from, thank you, video call from Gavin, and he scared me because he doesn't normally call me. Yeah, so I have now had 3 at home of my own. I've got a champion that I bred of my own. A Buddy grandson is now in Iceland and soon to start his career.
Wow.
So it's really, really exciting. The future is bright, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super exciting. I can only imagine what that phone call must have been like, because like Gavin and Sarah are like the greats in PBGV fame. Pretty much like hound.
Yeah, dog world.
Dog world fame.
Yeah,
right?
quite. Yeah, no, he said, are you at home? I was out at having a few drinks along the canal with my friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? What does he want?
Oh no, is it an emergency? Are you sitting down?
He said, don't worry, everything's fine. And I said, okay. So I got home, and then there was tears, and it was just amazing, and I'm so grateful. So they're just such good teachers, good people, and not many get the chance.
And what an incredible testament to your dedication to the breed.
Yes.
These folks that have been in it for so long and dedicated their lives to it have recognized you for your efforts. And so
I sleepwalk. My husband has been known to stop me from sleepwalking when I've had listeners downstairs that are old enough that could be left, and I sleep talk about them. I'm just obsessed with the breed. So that's Gavin and Sarah's fault.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So when Janice called you and told you, or messaged you and told you that Buddy was flying home on a private jet, what was your first reaction? What were your first thoughts?
It was just something, it was incredible. But him leaving her anyway was always going to be really hard, because they were made for each other, those two.
Yeah.
You know, we started him in the UK, and he's been away in other countries, but he was born for Janice. So it's going to be so hard for her. But when she told me that he was coming back in a private jet, I think it was just unreal. The dog deserves it. He is an incredible dog, and to know he's safe, that's what I really want. We all want to make sure he's home, and the fact he's coming back with you as well, it'd be great. You'll treat him like the king he is, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. When Janice asked me, I've been doing transports for Janice with her PBGVs for a long time, all the puppies, things, and
she's so good to work with as well.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she's
so good.
So great. So easy going.
Oh yeah. Just offer her cheese and she'll do anything.
That's a good tip. I haven't tried that one yet.
No cheese.
Cool. When she asked me about sending Buddy back, you know, she was thinking, she's like, okay, he's a lot bigger than what normally travels in cabin on a commercial flight, and I don't want to send him in cargo because of who he is and just kind of the risks that are involved with cargo, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And she's like, what are my options? And I said, well, just so happens
timing's everything.
that I know a guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. So we had a partnership with K9 Jets, and I reached out to them and I said, you know, look, we've got to get Buddy Holly back to the UK. Would you be interested in working on this project with us? And they said, yes, absolutely. What do we need to do?
Yeah.
So they have been incredible in just being accommodating to us and getting everything set up, because as you might imagine, getting a private charter put together is a lot of work behind the scenes. But they make it so easy that the clients don't even see all that hassle. So that's just literally you show up with your dog, you get right on board, you enjoy your flight, you land, and then you just go right straight.
He's going to live, like, be flown in luxury, that's for sure.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
Cool. So on the plane, he gets to do pretty much anything.
Okay, cool.
And by anything, I mean that he gets to hang out with me, either on the seat or lounge or couch.
Is Buddy Holly going to be playing on through the tug?
That is a great suggestion.
That is a good suggestion.
I'll ask the captain. Ooh, that's a good one.
When he goes away, flies out maybe to New York from Frank Sinatra, and then he lands back, you could do Buddy Holly.
Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Okay, all right. Would you like a marketing?
That's what I was like, oh, what?
I thought you'd been singing for a year, Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
I know, the whole time I've been here, my friends that have come with us are like, oh, girls, you're singing it again.
I love that. So people are probably ecstatic to see Buddy come home.
Yes.
Like, what are your friends and family?
We got new people in the breed that have never seen the dog before, and they are really excited to see him come home. He's not going to be shown, he's retired, but obviously I have others to show, and he might come along and have a day out. So they're really excited. My family, I mean, I don't come from a dog showing family, so I've worked hard to be here.
Yes.
And even my family can't wait to meet him because they never saw him before he left.
Wow.
And you know, even people in the hound group or in general UK dog shows, they can't wait to see him. You know, so it's going to be really good. I mean, no one's seen him since he left, obviously. Wow. I mean, there's been a couple because they've been abroad and seen him.
Yes.
But the Westminster winner. Back on UK soil, it doesn't happen often. Yeah. So it's going to be cool, and he'll have cooler weather than California.
Right. So on that special night, Best in Show, judging last year, where were you? Well, set the scene.
Okay. So I think it was about 4 a.m. when she went in, and we were obviously hadn't slept for 2 nights because she on the group as well.
Excited.
And I remember I was on the phone with the co-owner Kathy Neal and her Irish friend who was judging in Denmark or I think somewhere in Europe. And the Pekingese got called reserve, and our Irish friend said, he's going to do it, he's going to do it. We were like, no, stop. Anyway, then Beth said about him going Best in Show, and I think I hit the floor quite fast.
Oh my
There were so many tears. We cried for so long, and then Janice called us, I think at about 7 a.m. our time, which will be what, 2 a.m. here. So it was just, you just never think it's going to happen. And you know, it's been incredible. Right. Yeah. So it was a memorable evening, and you know, as much as we wish we could have all been together, it worked out perfect. And Gavin got over, and I wouldn't have wished it to be different at any point. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. It was so awesome. I remember where I was in my living room, and I was with my dogs, my Cavalier on this side, and my Sholo on the other side, and we're just watching. We're just like sitting there in anticipation. And then when I said daylight flight, we were like,
I think
jumped up, and for some reason the dogs knew it was exciting. We literally just had a dance party.
There's so many UK people stayed up to watch him. So many UK people. In the breed, in our hound group, in general, dog showing UK people, they stayed up to watch him, or they got up, put an alarm on, and they wanted to watch him. Because they knew the dog, they'd seen the dog. And, you know, he's made history, even though it was here, but he's also made history at home. So, because he's cross best of breed winner, you know, top dog all breeds in Ireland. He's taken the world by storm. And he's retired at the top. So it's time for him to be, not that he hasn't lived a life of luxury with Janice as a pet, but he can do that in another country now and be at home, and it gives her more reason to come visit again.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
By private jet.
Right, by private jet. So Buddy is like, winning Westminster is a huge deal. I mean, the dog that wins the dog that wins Westminster is like America's dog. Yeah. Basically. But Buddy being from the UK, he's like the UK's dog too, right?
Yes, no, UK people have really got on board with Westminster. More people are watching it now. They're trying to understand the American system. It's done America good for British people to really want to get involved. And he's the UK American dog, and he'll be the American UK dog, you know, so he's done such a good thing for both nations. We can't ask any more of him. It's been a surprise, and it's been a whirlwind.
Have you seen more interest in the PBGV breed after his wedding?
It goes in peaks and troughs, really. I mean, as Janice has said before, that we don't want to, they're not a breed for everybody.
Right.
And you might have experienced that. They are hilarious, they are stubborn. He is everything that a Petit should be. But some people, they're not, they're a show dog, some of them, not all of them. People are starting to want to show them, but I don't think they always realise how difficult they can be. You can't walk into a ring with them and think they're going to cooperate with you all the time. The pet, we haven't really seen so much of the pet market change in the UK. A few of our pet people have jumped on board. I've had messages to ask for buddy pins while we're here, just for people who don't even show. Yeah. So yeah, he's put the breed on the map, but he thankfully hasn't made it too crazy that people want one now, without researching them. Right. So, because they're not, you know, no disrespect to Labradors because they're amazing, but he's not something you can let off and think it's going to come back. Right. Yes. Because
at the end of the day, they're hounds.
They are hounds, and they will remind you quite often that they are hounds. Yes. Whether it's by the voice or the speed that they can move. So yeah, it's been they are funny. They're the best thing. They just get under your skin and you're hooked, and that's it. I was a gun dog person, now I'm a hound person.
There you go.
And his other owner, Kathy, was an Irish. She's had terriers for a long, long time. Now she's a hound. Awesome. They'll convert you.
So one of my dogs is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and Janice actually handled him for me when he was a puppy to his championship. And Cavaliers are kind of that way. They're a toy breed, but they're a miniature. They're a spaniel. They're a sporting dog. So they let their ears and their nose guide them to where they need to go. So if they're out in the park, they're going to go chase the bird or the squirrel.
They're going to work.
They're going to do their thing.
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay, bye, Dad.
Yeah, see you later.
See you later.
I might come home.
Exactly.
At some point.
Exactly. Unless somebody has a cookie for me, then I'll go with them.
Yeah, even then with the teas, they're like, oh, if you've got a bird to chase, then I'll go. Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I think that's good, right?
I think that was okay. Was I more relaxed now?
Yes.
Okay. Definitely. I think it's Janice. I'm like, yes, Janice. Like, you're like my hero. I can't. I love her.